So basically today, the law minister, Rana Sanullah, he said that if there was a caretaker set up, a government, interim government, which could closely monitor the elections, they would be okay with President Zardari staying, and they would be okay with the government as such. And PML-N has been playing, both sides, which is the opposition, obviously, and in a way, it's a very fine line. They're not going too much towards the opposition, which is, other opposition parties, JUIF, who are urging for early elections. So it's interesting to see where this is going, because certainly the government wants Senate elections to go by before anything goes further, and PML-N at the same time would want early elections, but it would definitely want a setup where they can, it's not a win-win situation for the current government. Well, certainly I guess there is some fear that the PTI is definitely growing in numbers of voters who would potentially vote for Imran Khan and his party. And at the same time, there are the fears that even the government itself might have a majority in the upcoming Senate elections and the general elections. So they would definitely want, firstly, the electoral rolls to be verified, and for the upcoming elections to be fair elections. Shahbaz Sharif today said that if the federal government was not up to the task of protecting Mansoor Ijaz, who is the central character of the Memogate scandal, then they would opt to do it instead. And I guess this is, as the army and the government have, the tensions have dramatically decreased. Now it's come back to the Memogate scandal and what's going to happen, whether Ijaz is going to show up. Because if Ijaz doesn't show up, the scandal is just, there's nothing to it. The main guy is not here. You can't really make a case out of it at all, especially because BlackBerry has refused to release Haqqani's transcripts, so on and so forth. So at this point, Memogate is basically the last standing issue that's really a threat to the government. And PML-N at the same time, they do want to keep the pressure on, because they are the ones who filed the petition. Nawaz Sharif filed the petition for the case in the first place.